Good morning, everyone. Today felt like a good day to draw a tarot card. We had our big solar eclipse in Aries last week, followed a couple of days later by a Mars-Saturn conjunction, which only happens once every 2 years. And then at the end of this week, on April 20th, we have a once every 13 or 14 year Jupiter and Uranus conjunction, and this time it is in Taurus. So there is just a lot of energy going on. Almost everybody I'm talking to is sensing the urge for these big new beginnings and then endings, closing things out in their life that are no longer working for them. And a lot of that does come from the Aries eclipse. Aries doesn't want to wait, pretty impatient. And then you combine that with the eclipse, which is so many times represents beginnings and endings. And then as we're looking toward Jupiter Uranus, Jupiter is the benefic, the expansive, the hopeful, lucky, optimistic planet that wants to go after what is really meaningful and resonant with our souls. And Uranus is the planet of rebellion and doing things your own way and finding your own path. So if there are ways we have been living our lives in line with societal expectations or, what family or friends expect from us, and in ways that are not in alignment with our authentic self, all of this energy is really converging to make us feel like, no, it is time. I need to go do my own thing. So it just felt like a perfect day for a tarot card. Um, so let's all take a couple of deep, full breaths. And especially if you are somewhat empathetic or intuitive and you've been feeling a lot of this energy of change, just really grounding down. And in the Northern Hemisphere, this is spring. This is the time when things are budding, blooming, reawakening after a cold, dark winter. Allowing yourself to get in touch with that energy of rebirth and reawakening. Notice what that feels like in your body and your soul as you rest in that idea of yourself as a creature being reborn, not held back by any of your past, and just fully looking towards your future. What do you want to build? What do you want your life to look like? What do you want to create? And our card for today, I should have said this is from the Spirit Song Tarot, which is just a beautiful nature, animal-oriented deck. I love it so much. The Four of Shells. Shells corresponds to cups in a more standard tarot deck. So this is really about our emotional, intuitive life. And we see here a couple of key words in the card: soul searching and reevaluation, which of course is what we were just talking about. Again, it's so crazy how the tarot works this way. But the four, in particular, it's associated with the last 10 degrees of Cancer, of the zodiac sign of Cancer. And there is a nurturing quality to this, but it's turned more inward. So oftentimes with Cancer, it's kind of there's a nurturing, caretaking of others aspect. And here we have more of the caretaking of yourself, the soul searching, what do you need to make your life more aligned with what you want? And then even looking at the imagery here, we have the crane, walking through this water. And there is this element of, this is the time to really step into our emotions. In a lot of modern society, it's not viewed as very great to be led by your emotions. We should all be led by logic and reasoning and pros and cons lists. But this is really encouraging us to kind of, just like this crane, put our feet into the water, feel our emotions swirling around us, what are they telling us? There are things our emotions will be able to tell us that our mind and logic will not. And sometimes things make complete logical sense and it feels like the smart thing to do, but it just doesn't resonate with us at a soul level. So as we come up to Saturday, I think it's Saturday, April 20th, when we get that Jupiter Uranus conjunction in Taurus, work on tapping into how you feel. What feels like it is working and resonant in your life, and what feels like it isn't. And it might be time to make a big change and do something really different. But just like the crane, we can maybe visualize that as a metaphor. Let's put our feet into the water and wade through our sometimes messy and confusing emotions. And I think that's the other thing, too, is emotions are very changeable. You may wake up one day feeling really great about something in your life and wake up the next day and feel like, no, I don't like this at all. And that is one of the challenging things of getting in touch with our emotions, is that logic, reason, well-structured argument, we can replicate those day after day, whereas with emotions, not necessarily so. And so as you are processing your emotions and working through your emotions, accept the fact that they will ebb and flow. But what won't ebb and flow is your intuition around what is right for you. So even if something feels pretty okay on a particular day or does not feel very okay, let your intuition guide you on whether that is an emotion more associated just with the energy of today and how you're feeling, or whether that is part of a broader emotion and something is no longer working for you in a bigger picture way. Thank you all so much. I think I will probably do a little video too, just for the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, because it's just going to be such a big one. But sending love and light as we all navigate these very disruptive energies, but that provide us with a lot of opportunity for growth.